Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome back to Eden Crafters. We are playing on Nova Terra and we've advanced pretty well so far. Today we need to get some more research done, so we have a look at our planet analyzer. The next objective is to establish a research base in the hottest region with 5 data center units. So we need to build the reinforced compartments and we'll need at least 3 of them. They need steel alloy and insulation layer. Steel alloy, if we go into our crafting guide, is made with iron and graphene. So we have to find iron and graphene somewhere, fairly close together, preferably. We're also going to need the insulation layers, so we need to set up gold. And I'm not going to set it up where we found the gold in the previous episode because that just wouldn't work. Because right now we don't have very much access to gold, and I'd like to have a place where there's gold and osmium together. So I will find another place. And I did, between episodes, just go and put some radars down in the various places that we've been, and I've found a few things. So this is the original gold that we've found. This is not gold, this is sulfur. So basically we can now use the map. I need a place with iron, graphene, and gold, I suppose, close by. Yeah, I haven't scanned this area for graphene yet, but if we go down to this big island, we have a bit of gold over here next to some iron, but there's no graphene on this one, I don't think. Or maybe I haven't scanned it yet. I thought I had. Oh, right, that's right. The graphene was all on this one. So this is where we're going to be working. So we have to find, for the steel alloy, we have to find a place where there's iron and graphene fairly close together. That looks positive, but we also need water because the alloy machine needs water. Yeah, I think I seem to remember there being some water here. Maybe I was wrong. We'll have to go and have a look. If not, then I'll have to change my plans a bit because the iron's fairly far away from the coast, and if it isn't, there's no graphene there, unless I haven't scanned this particular region. Anyway, that is what we're going to be doing so that we can unlock the ability to scan for osmium deposits on our radar and get the better water purifiers and water pumps. Lot to do, let's get stuck in. So I first want to make sure that I can actually get an alloy forge, and for that I need plated connectors and gold wiring and insulation layers. So I think the gold setup is kind of important. We pop in here, we actually need rubber, so we need somewhere where gold is close to water, and we also need somewhere that gold is close to copper. And I think because we have a few gold deposits, I'm going to split those up. I'm going to do them in separate facilities. So we'll start with the gold. Now there are quite a few other things that I should be doing, or I could be doing in between. But honestly, I'll get to them. They're not really crazy important right now. Right now, I just want to get those research things done. So we will take off in our ship, which is fully charged, and we're going to head over to the very hot island. Well, the second hot island, and that would be that one over there to the southeast. And if we look at the map, that is where we are heading. This seems to be the place that we're going to do gold, because if we also look for copper, there are a couple of places where there are copper deposits close to gold, so that's perfect. And if there's water somewhere in the middle of this, it would be an absolute bonus. Ah yes, there's water here. Alright, let's see where we are. I'm just going to set down. There are little pools of water around, and if they are correctly located, we might be able to get this right. Okay, so these open areas are water. It does look quite different when we're actually on the island. Graphene, iron, water. We'll have to bring that graphene over to here. That doesn't seem like a very long way. We have gold here, and I suppose that's just a standalone one because there are other places like over here where there are gold and copper together so we can make the gold wiring. Or was that with the rubber? Anyway, maybe this one being close to water, we can use this water source to make the one that we need rubber for. Yeah, there's copper and gold over on this side as well, close to water, but I think I'm going to keep all of those productions separate because we do need quite a lot of them. So we need to head south. And this is the spot. Oh boy, mountains. There's a nice open area here. If I can bring everything into this area, that would be fantastic. Yeah, that's not bad. Now, this is not a very, very hot area, so it's possible that we could put a box up and it'll survive. Yes, okay, perfect. The very hot areas like over here, you wouldn't be able to do that. All right, let's have a look at where we are. I'm going to pull out my scanner and just quickly do a scan. We've found lots of graphene around here and basalt. Good. And if we have a look at the map now, oh, that's great. Oh, that's perfect. So directly to the north of where we are now, we will find the iron. Let's have a look. So there's the iron deposit. And is that graphene over there? I think it might be. There's actually graphene right behind it. Okay, so I've kind of set myself up in the wrong place here. Unless, yeah, the gold is up on top of that area. Maybe in this little valley. That's cool. Our living unit can stay here for a moment. And I'll build another one. But we have water. And I think the first thing we need to... Okay, I want to get rid of this rock deposit. It's going to be in the way. So we'll X that and that. And then we can put our water pumps in. Now for the alloy thing, it needs 300 water, I think. Yeah, there it is. 300 liters. And unfortunately, our little water pumps currently only do 100. So I'm going to need 3 of them, but I'm going to need to clean this water a bit first. So we'll grab this and shove it out over there and let that start. Get a couple of water pumps, or 3 of them. And I may as well put the hub in. We'll do that. And the pipes. Just like that. All set up. Now we can take water to wherever we need it. And that is where we're going to need it. And there's graphene right there. Or graphite. Fantastic. Now let's just get rid of some more rocks. Clear the area. And I think I'll just put a compartment. We're going to need a warehouse for the slot. And I think there is another graphite somewhere. Yeah, there's 2 right next to each other. So we can use one of those. And maybe we can start our little graphite setup as well. That means we're going to need the carbon refiner, which I can do without a problem. And we can do a whole lot of stuff right in this area. So we'll have a couple of warehouses here as well. So I'm going to put this down over there. Sort out my oxygen. While I'm thinking about it, get the food back up. And see how I'm going to lay this out. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to put the warehouse over on this side. We have graphite right here. I thought there were 2. Oh, that's over there. Oh, that's great. That's just fine. There's graphite. It's buried. And there should be 2 according to the map. Yeah, it looks like it's underground. But there's more over there, I think, if we need it. Anyway, one thing at a time. So we are going to need a warehouse. And I think the warehouse will most likely be over here. We'll get a T2 warehouse. It would be nice to have the T3s. Actually, we have the T3s, but we can't build them yet because we're not making the stuff we need for them. So it's going to be a T2. And we'll put it over here. Then I'm going to need miners. The one on the iron right there. And I think we'll go around the corner with this one. So this will go onto this graphite. And we're obviously going to need to set up power here as well. We'll get there. Okay, so the water's going to come up. Now the alloy forge is not the easiest thing to deal with because the inputs come in from each side. So let's do this. I'll rotate it. Yeah, we're going to have to somehow bring the belt with the output in over in this direction. Oh yes, the gold. That's what I needed to do first. I can't do this alloy forge because it needs a whole bunch of gold stuff. All right, well, this is on pause. But at least the water's getting cleaned. No, it's not because I don't have any power in here. Let's set up a little power area. We'll do it over here. I'll just drop down a few of these guys. That should be good. I don't have enough stuff for a battery. I'll make some batteries. But at least that'll get started now. Now that we're topped up, let's have a look at the map. We are going that way for the gold. Now this is just a gold on its own. So this will probably only make the shielding, which is that one because it just needs gold ingots. And there it is. So I think what I'll do is I'm just going to bring this belt down into this valley and set it up like that. It is in range of the power. We'll grab a belt and bring that down. And I'm going to put it over here, just like that. It's relatively neat, and that'll start bringing gold ore down. Then in this location, we'll get the forge, and I am probably going to do more than one and leave space to expand it. Let's go over here. We'll put in a conveyor splitter right around there, and then we'll get 3 forges. Now I'm doing this because eventually I'm going to upgrade the miner and it will be able to do more. But it'll be able to do even more than this, so this will probably be rebuilt. None of those? Oh, yeah, just the last one doesn't line up. And then we can bring belts straight into those like that. We have to just fiddle this and put that in there. So the gold will come in, it'll get split into 3 forges, the forges will do their thing. And then we'll merge them and put them into a parts producer. But first, I need oxygen. And there's some graphite here, so I could do something with graphite as well and have a second warehouse over on this side. A possibility. So we'll grab the merger, we'll set it up over there. Belts, try and make them look relatively decent, like that. And night has fallen. Luckily, it's not too dark at night. And I can't remember what the ratios are, but we're going to have to redo most of this anyway. But I'm thinking maybe split it into 2 parts per... Nah, I'll just need 1. That's fine. For now. Because this is going to take 4 gold ingots to make one of those heat shields. That goes in there, and that is then going to make insulation layers. Perfect. And then we can send them off in... Maybe we can double it back. We have... What do we have here? That's basalt. Can't see what that is. That's graphite. I think that's graphite as well. Hold on, let's get a little closer. Yeah, so we got 2 graphite nodes here, so we can make something with the graphite. And we'll probably use that graphite to make carbon fiber. It'll be one of the first things. Let's have a look at the tasks. All the carbon refiner stuff. So we need the nanotubes. That just takes graphene. We need the graphite rods, just graphene. And then the carbon fiber, just graphene. And then we can use carbon fiber to make the conveyor belts version 2. And that will speed up the movement of materials. But right now, it looks like we're doing okay-ish. As you can see, it's coming in a little slowly, and the stuff is being produced, it's just slow. So I'm going to put down another warehouse over on this side. I've got so much material, I'm not too concerned about splurging on T2 warehouses. We'll get to the T3s when we've got the stuff. How are we doing on water cleaning? Because we are going to need water for the carbon, graphene, graphite stuff. Alright, water's 32% pure, so it's happening. So I'll take the gold jobs, and we'll take them and put them in over there. And now we can do 2 setups with graphite. And I'm going to need to bring water over for those. And the carbon machine, the carbon refiner uses 200, so we'll need 2 of our current water pumps for that. And I will just do 4 because we're going to use them. So we'll put them down, we'll just spam them down, not really worried. And we'll need a couple of hubs to accommodate all of this. We'll get one there and one there. Bring the water into that and that and that and that. We can link the 2 together. I don't think there's a limit on what the water pipes can carry. Not as yet anyway. And then I'm going to just pop this kind of into this area somewhere. Right there. And then we can start thinking about carbon refiners. Am I missing materials for them? No, I'm not. Good. We're going to need to mine this. We can already do the T2 and T3 miner, but we're not manufacturing the materials for that. That'll be the next on the list, is all the osmium stuff. But when we can upgrade those, it will be brilliant. Oh, look at that. We can have 2 miners. I didn't know we could do this. Interesting. I don't think it works on the nodes. We'll have to try that, but on the rock deposits, we can have more than 1. So we could increase production or just minimize the size of our spread. Anyway, I need air before I carry on. Sort it out for oxygen for now. This is the wrong way around. It would be so nice if we could flip this. Anyway, we can't, so that's just how it is. I'm going to put that machine down there. This one should be fine. We'll be able to loop the water around and into it. And then we can belt the miner into the carbon refiner. We're going to set this recipe. Let's see, what do we make first? I think carbon fiber is probably the important one. So we'll do that in this machine. We're going to need to split the water off. So another hub right over there. Pipe into there. And we're going to take this pipe around to about there. And then it will go in there. So that one's easy. This one's a little bit less easy. Put that into this. And in here, let's see, what do we make of this one? The carbon nanotubes, I have to find out what we need to use those for, but we do need graphite rods. So we'll do that one. Now, the last one I'm looking at, this is the one that we need. Oh, wait, we only need graphene. Wait, advanced filters only need graphene. Oh, we're going to do that too then. I'm going to need more water pumps. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Let's get this water to come around. Actually, I'm just thinking that if I put another miner on here, I can get that sorted out as well. And actually turn it this way. And we'll do this carbon refiner somewhere near the other one. That looks about right. Get that belt in there, and then we got two lines. Okay, so this I'm going to have to bring around a little like this. I think like that might work. And then this one, we're going to have to do something similar. We'll get that in there. And then this one we can bring over this way. Yeah, my positioning wasn't ideal. That will go in there. We have another spot available, so maybe I can actually do that wiring here for the nanotubes. Ooh, oxygen. So I need then, if I'm going to do the nanotubes here as well, then I might as well put down 4 more pumps. And we'll get hubs for those to go into as well. And pipe all of these in. And at least get decent bends on them. And then maybe break this line. We'll put a hub down over here so it all feeds everywhere. So like that. And then we can feed that in there. This will continue doing its thing. Actually, I'm going to X this. And I'm going to take this one to there and into there. And we'll just connect the 2 pipe networks together. Why can I not do that particular one? Let me hop out of here and go a little closer. Maybe I was just too far away. So from there to there. Now it works. And now we have a lot of water coming in. And then I've got another line to come out over here so we can do a second miner on this deposit. Just like that. And we'll do 1 more refiner. And I'm going to pop that in there and belt it in. And now I need oxygen again. I need to green this area up. And while I'm here, I'll grab some food. Right, all filled up. Let's go and connect all these water lines. So yeah, these belts look much better from the air. Let's see what we can do here. Gonna put a hub over here. Okay, so I'll put 1 down and then I'll put another one on top of it. Then they elevate it. And I'm gonna do the same thing over here and then delete the bottom ones. Connect the conveyor back up. There we go. And now we will be able to sort of neatly do the pipes over the top of the belts. Somewhat neatly. That doesn't look too bad. Then connect that into there. And we'll grab... Oh, too far away. Oxygen again anyway. So let's try that again. How am I going to do this from this side? I think so. There. Just like that. And these should be switching on. Oh, I don't have a recipe for this. Alright, what was I going to do? So in here I will do carbon and nanotubes. This one is doing graphite rods. And they're going in. So the nanotubes are coming out now over here. So there's only one more thing, and that's the advanced filters, which I will do over this way. I'm going to delete some stuff. Let's get rid of pipe. We'll make this a little better. I'll grab a hub, put that over there, into there, and into there, and then I'm going to need to bring it around, and maybe I can squeeze it underneath. Let's try that. Give me the 90-degree bend, darn it. Okay, well, we're going to have a loop underneath. And then we can bring this one and plug it in. Yeah, that wasn't perfect, but not bad. So the output from this one is already coming through. So this one over here is doing the advanced filters. Yeah, we're not getting 100% efficiency on water yet because the water will not get 100% clean. Not with that water cleaner thing. And that means that I can bring this over and plug that in there. And now we are getting the goods. So carbon stuff sorted. I'll head back over to this area that we are going to be doing the steel in. Oh, and yeah, I still need more gold stuff set up before I can finish this off. So I think I just need plated connectors, where is it? Plated connectors and gold wiring to do the alloy forge. I have the insulation layer sorted now, but I want to get the alloy forge done because I want the steel so that we can actually progress and get the reinforced compartments done. So I think I might do some handcrafting. I'll get myself an assembly bench in this container. And I don't have any gold ingots on me right now, so I'll see if I can grab some out of those forges. I might need to cut off a belt temporarily to get that going. Look at that, everything's working. And if we have a look at the map, how are we doing on power? We're actually good. Oh, very nice. There will not be any saved in here right now. So, I'm going to break this belt temporarily. Then things will back up. And just because I don't mind doing it, I have plenty of resources. Put an assembly bench in this container as well. That's a bit closer and easier. Now we do have carbon fiber. So I wonder if upgrading... Yeah, we've got a lot of carbon fiber already. So let's upgrade this belt and get that gold coming through a little faster. Not sure that's actually helped us very much because those forges can only take in so much. And it did upgrade the whole thing. Awesome. Yeah, that looks much better. Moving in a steady stream now. Not bad. Okay, well, let me grab some ingots. I have quite a few. So... I'm not going to connect this just yet. I want to make sure that I have enough. All I want to do is make one alloy forge. So I'll pin that, and I need 10 plated connectors. Oh, we're not storing copper ingots. Ha. Well, I can do the 4 gold wiring. Maybe I just need to take a trip back and go and pick up some copper ingots. How close is copper to here? There's some over there. It's actually probably easier just to fly back to base. I'll do that. But this area is starting to take shape. It's not looking too bad. Alright, and we'll just put it down and go and fetch some copper ingots. They're all backed up, so that won't be an issue. Yeah, I mean, I might as well make them while I'm here. And I'll just let my ship charge up. Right, plated connectors times 10. And we're done. We have everything we need to make 1 alloy forge. We can get that steel set up. So if we go back to the hot zone, I should have landing pads in other places so I can call the ship if I accidentally press E while I'm flying. So we have the iron. Steel needs 2 graphene and 2 iron. Graphene is here. It's going to come around. This is going to produce at, I don't know, 60 per minute or something. That will swing around over on this side. And then we're going to have to swing the belt underneath another belt or maybe over. Let's get this done. So the alloy forge, we'll rotate it and go about there. There's nothing scientific about this. We'll get pipes, swing that into there. Now I'm going to need a forge over here, maybe 2, I don't know. No, 1. No, I'll get 2. I'm going to split this. Might need to move things. Split that. Yeah, I'm going to definitely need to move things. I didn't quite think that through. So forge and forge. Belt them in. Get that in there. And then we'll merge those like that. Belt those in. Right, those are working. And then the alloy forge, I would actually like to turn it, but then I have to bring a belt around. I might be able to do that. Yeah, I think so. So let's get this one out and pop that in there. And then I can bring that belt around to there because this pipe is elevated on this side. So I can bring this around, do that, and just do a short hoop. And then that in... missed it. Try that again. Right there. And that should start happening. And then we can just bring a belt from there. We'll just put it into that port. Fairly straight line. That's great. Right, let's get some oxygen. Let's upgrade this belt. And while I'm upgrading belts, I might as well do these ones as well. Right there. Okay. That should get the ball rolling once I've set this recipe to steel alloy. And is this working now? Okay, power's obviously down. We didn't put any batteries in here. We get some batteries sorted for this area. I think I'll put, I don't know, we'll put 4 down. Actually, I probably won't need 4 here, maybe 3. We're just going to put them in this area. There is another place where I might need a battery. So let's pop down 3 batteries over here. Not going to do anything right now. We have to wait until daytime. Well, while I'm waiting for daylight, because we're not producing anything right now. Let's have a look at that map. Right over here. This is where I want to go to set up the plated connectors. And maybe I can set the... Yeah, there's gold right next to the coast. And this doesn't look very flat. But I can't say I'm too concerned about it. We might be able to set up the gold wiring there as well. So I need to head over that way. And there is a big structure up on the hill. And I think I did see another base somewhere. Yeah. Okay, I think I've been to this one. So let's go over here quickly. See if I didn't miss anything. Where was the entrance? Honestly, don't remember if I've been here at all. Oh, this is the one with the ruby. Right. Forges, a T2 miner. Alright, well let's deconstruct that. Oh, we got some good stuff out of that. Wow. Okay. So I think we actually got enough to be able to make one. I'm not going to pick any of that up or that. Yeah, I think I've probably been here. And I have read this. Elise Navarra. It's not a retreat. Yes, Anatoly still won't leave. What is this? A water tank. Didn't even know we got water tanks. Have I unlocked them? Nope. Yeah, okay. Something around the corner. Oh, the advanced assembler. Let's see if I can break that down because someone said you get things from that as well. And I did get quite... I've got way too many gold ingots on me. Okay, so that was cool. Got a few things out of that, including a couple of fast rotors. Awesome. Oh, maybe it's worthwhile getting some of these. I'm picking up a lot of good stuff now. I thought I was only getting iron before. Now there was something else out here over there. Yeah, definitely haven't been here. This is a T1 miner, and this is on an iron deposit. We'll break that. Oh, my inventory's full. Let's see if we can stack stuff. I don't need any of this except maybe that. I'll take those. I can stack them. And then same over here. Oh, food, definitely. And then, oh, uranium. That I want. I'm not sure how many uranium I need to unlock the next level. I don't need any more of that. Well, it is apparently worthwhile breaking down these old structures. And I was still on my way this way. Did I go? I can't remember if I went up. It's possible. Yeah, let's go. Oh, this is a bad place to park. But at least it's flat. Okay, what have we got in here? Yeah, I've definitely been here. Alright, I'm not going to worry about that. Where are we exactly? Okay, we need to head directly south. That is in this direction. And we should be right over it. Yep, there's the copper and the gold. So I'm going to park myself over here. And let's see what we're dealing with. Okay, so we have the gold deposit over here. We have the copper deposit over here. Miners. Okay, so I'll put a miner for the copper there. Yeah, you can only put one miner on one of these large deposits. But the rocks are different. You can have multiple. And I think I'll just put a T1 warehouse somewhere up here once I finish processing this lot. And for this one, I'm going to have 2 forges for each. And we'll just put them fairly close together. A splitter in front of each one. And belts like that and like that. Pop them in there. We're going to need an assembly machine. So let's have that point in that direction, and that's where we'll put the warehouse. Just like that, and just make sure of the recipe before I continue. Yep, 2 gold, 2 copper. So we'll merge those, and we'll merge those, and belt into them. That one definitely didn't make it. Then we can put that in there, that in there, and then we can set up, you know, there are a few machines here, so what I'll do is I'll set up one of these large solar panels that's providing enough, and I have another battery that I can put down over here, so these will keep working. And that is going to make the plated connectors, and they can go into just a simple T1 warehouse. We've actually unlocked thermal plants, so we're going to need to really get going on the osmium stuff soon. There we go, little T1 warehouse, and that goes in there. And there are the plated connectors going into storage. Perfect. Don't need to be here anymore. Didn't even need to take a breath while I was doing this. And I'm probably going to need another battery. I'll sort that out. I'll hop in here and have a look at the map. So we have options. This is one. That's another. And it doesn't really matter where we do the gold wiring. Although we do need, I think, 5 gold. No, it's 2 gold ingots and 2 rubber. We will have to find a place with gold and amethyst together eventually. And also quartz to make the ceramic components. To make the advanced panel. And now, yeah, I don't know what the advanced panel is used in yet. So, yeah, we'll get there. I think the gold is down over here. Is that the one? That certainly looks like the one. So I'll park over here. I'm going to build a box over here because I want to make another battery. Pop that in there, and I'm going to make one more battery. I need 10 battery cells. And with those done, let's set up the power first. Why not? So we'll put solar panel there and try and keep it a little bit out of the way. Put that in there. And then we're going to head in that direction with our processing. So miner first. I'm going to head over here, and I think in this little area here is where I'm going to do the rubber. So we'll need to put one of these out. A couple of water pumps. Yeah, I think I'll turn them. Let's see, where can I put these guys? There and there. Actually, I don't think I needed 2 of them. No, I can get away with 1. Maybe. And we will have that one there, and we'll put another one over here. I'm not lining these things up perfectly. We'll grab a hub, split them up, pipe that in. Oh man, missed it. Alright, pipe that in there. This one can go in there. This one can come around to there and pop in there. That will be producing those. Each of these need their own parts producer. And then I will put a merger on and head them in that direction. So we'll grab a merger, we'll put that over there. Let's get the belts in like that. Set these to make rubber. So we have the rubber, then we just got to set up the gold. And I think I might do this 3-way. I need to get myself a little closer. This is actually all set up. The only thing is the water's not clean yet, so the pump's not working properly. But it is doing something. It's doing it slowly. Yeah, but it's doing it. It'll speed up as the water gets cleaner. And then from inside the container, I can just go out with my drone, put the splitter in over there, and then we'll do 3 forges. Just like that. Belts. And that's starting to work. Then merge them again. merger down, that in, and that in. And then we need an assembler machine. Let's see, how am I going to do this? We'll maybe put it out over there, and then bring the rubber into there, the gold ingots into there, and set this recipe to be gold wiring. Fantastic. And then I'll just put a little T1 warehouse down right in there, and belt that in to there. And just that one solar panel was enough for this area. Let's go and see how close we are with the cleaning of the water. No, it looks like we're still quite far away. Yeah, water's only 25%. Oh, that's fine. We have gold wiring coming in, and it's starting. Fantastic. I don't have to do anything more here. We'll come back and check up on it, and maybe I do upgrades later on. So if I go into the build menu now, how close am I? Oh, there we go. I'm already full up on steel alloy. I have insulation layers. I've got everything that I need to make one of these reinforced compartments. And I also have everything I need to make the data centers. So let's go and do that. We need to get into the hottest area. And that area is, well, there's a couple of them, but this is the one I'm going to go to. And we'll pop down over here in a flattish area if we can find one. Alright, so looking at the map, we are heading straight across. Yeah, maybe there's a good area. Before I go there, there is a little base down in the valley over here. Let's go and have a look at that again. Maybe I can pick up some good materials that I can actually stack. And I see there's a cave here as well. Or have I not been here? So we got a foundry, we've got an assembler, no advanced assemblers, and I have definitely been here. So we've read the message. There's a T2 miner ruin. We'll grab that. Awesome. That gives us phosphate. So I think I might just put a little miner here just for the moment. No, I'm not going to put anything down there yet. Carbon refiner. Well, that might be handy. I hope I don't drop anything. Inventory's full. What did I drop? I don't need the filters. I don't need the rotors, or I do want the ruby. Oh wait, there's carbon nanotube in there. I don't need that either. But I also don't need the rock. So I'll get rid of that. I'll stack and get rid of some of that. The ruby ore I want. Carbon nanotube, not really. I'm making that now. Yeah, and I've got space in my ship as well. But I'm not too concerned about that. Let's head over. Actually, you know what? I think I might be in the hot zone. And I'm not sure I checked this cave out. Let's have a look at the map. Well, if there's something good in there, might as well get it marked. There's this one I've already cleaned out. Can't remember if there was anything worth looking at further down. Oh yes, there was. Amethyst. Oh, my map isn't showing it because I have everything turned off. There we go. So I was here. Alright. Now, honestly, I actually need to have a look at my planet analyzer. Oh, I was on the correct side. That is the super hot side. So where should I do it? Over here? Yeah, I think I could probably do it here. So I'm just going to let my ship do that. So if we have a look on the map, we're on this little piece of island. And if we have a look at the planet analyzer, yeah, we're in the right place. So I can do that here. I will get 3 of these, just like that, and now block the door, so I'm going to have to put a door on. We'll do that over here. Now we have space to put these, and that's 5 of them. So we've now unlocked the ability for our radar to see osmium on the map. We've got water purifiers, we've got water pumps, the new ones. If we have a look at our map, don't see a lot of change. No, there's osmium over here next to gold. That's pretty handy. Yeah, very handy. This looks like the place for gold. There isn't a lot of gold anywhere else, although I haven't checked out everything. There's something over here that's iron and gold, bit of cobalt. Yeah, nothing fantastic. Over here, we've only got this gold deposit that I'm not actually using, and there's osmium down in the valley. But I do like this area. Anyway, that is built now, and it has given us what we wanted. So I think I'm going to just head home, so to speak. Maybe I should just go over here and just check on my facilities on this side. And this is quite a big area, so I'll do a small flyover just to see that I haven't missed anything. We've been to that base over there. We've been up the hill over there. I'll run around this side and see if there's anything over here. No, doesn't look like it. I'm going to park myself down here momentarily, and let's see what we need to make one of these. So the catalytic converters, they've become important, and fast rotors. And I need to eat something, so that's that sorted out. Fast rotors need gear assemblies, graphite rods, and gold wiring. Ah, osmium drill just needs osmium ingots. Gear assemblies need gears and osmium ingots. That's pretty straightforward. Composite beams need the osmium alloy and iron beams. Osmium alloy is made with gold. Yeah, that's why we needed the gold and osmium close together. I'm not going to do any of that right now, but I'm going to head home because I want to use that uranium. So let's see if I only needed 20 uranium. That would be... Oh, I needed 30. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, well, I'll stash this. I've got some weird stuff going on here because I got phosphorus and phosphorus, but they are two different things. The same with the ruby. I can't stack this ruby because this is ruby ore, that's ruby ore, but they are somehow different. And gold alloy, that's a new thing. Yeah, gold ore and phosphorus. Ah, another interesting thing to do with gold. Wondering if I shouldn't just delete this one. Maybe keep the one that actually stacks and just remove the others. I'm just tidying up my storage container. So I would really like to get to jetpacks pretty soon, and for that I need 2 ship engines and an AI chip. Now I have an AI chip, I don't have 2 ship engines. I have the steel, I need the ceramics and gear assemblies. So that's going to happen in the next episode when I focus a little bit more on osmium. But I have some of the parts that I need. I got at least 2 fast rotors. I got 20 energy crystals, which are made from amethyst ore, which we have a node, so we could probably do that because we do have access to the gem cutter, but that needs a whole bunch of stuff, including the fast rotors, catalytic converters, and the osmium goods, composite beam and saw blade. But we also have vehicles. We have a whole bunch of vehicles, and I haven't even started on them yet. But I haven't really decided where my base is going to be. I haven't decided where big manufacturing might be. We do have access to trains, but I don't see the need for them yet. And in the planet analyzer, the next thing we need to do is get into the coldest regions. That'll allow us to see ruby and unlock the climate regulator. And to get into the coldest regions, so if we unlock the uranium, then we get to build a spaceship and the nuclear plant. Then uranium ore will give us a whole bunch of good stuff. But I don't see the... Hang on, have I already unlocked it? Ah, the warming unit is here. I just need thermal regulators. 6 of them. And I have 2. And the thermal regulators need ruby ore and ceramic. Yep, we're going to be doing a bit of collecting. But that is where I'm going to leave this one. If you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. I appreciate all the feedback I've been getting and the tips. Much appreciated. And I'm looking forward to unlocking the new stuff because there seems to be quite a bit of it, including a boat at some point. So thank you very much for joining me. And until the next time, cheers!